Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and look at this. Over 2.9 trillion has been wiped out from major indices. The stocks this morning due to growing fears of global recession. I thought we were told that the economy's great. It's the greatest ever right now by Joe Biden, who doesn't even know where he is, but he apparently knows how great the economy is. It's not what people tell me on the ground that are actually buying groceries. And then here's this.
Got it. We came in much weaker than expected on non-farm. We came in at 114,000 jobs on non-farm. The estimate was 175,000 jobs on non-farm. The employment rate unexpectedly went up. We went up to 4.3%. We were looking for a rate of 4.1%. Government jobs, 17,000 on the government job story, and that is actually a lot less than what we got last month. Remember, last month on government jobs, we had 70,000.
So it's a disaster, as we figured. Right on schedule, JP Morgan forecasts half-point Fed rate cuts in both September and November. Then it gets fun. Zero Hedge says the best part will be when the Fed panic cuts 50 plus 50, then inflation explodes. To celebrate, I just bought some more XRP today. This is how I roll. Brad Garlinghouse looks surprised. Morgan Stanley to allow wealth advisors to pitch Bitcoin ETFs to some clients, says CNBC. This is a true story. 5 years ago, a guy here locally that is a Morgan Stanley financial advisor. He was making fun of me, just laughing at me about how stupid I was investing in crypto. And I told him, I said, the only reason you're laughing right now is because you guys don't have a way to get paid. But once they figure out a way, like through ETFs or that used to be mutual funds, once they figure out a way that they can get paid, they will be the biggest salesman of crypto that there are, because it's a new asset class and they will smell the money. Well, here it is. Who's laughing now? I had a great conversation this morning with Nick Burafato from Link2, who is my sponsor, and you need to hear it. Listen to this. Okay, everybody, I got Nick Burafato from Link2 on the phone. Let's talk about Ripple and the case first.
Oh man, hey, before we do though, I just want to come out and say I thought it was, really convenient of you to talk about our amazing fishing trip a couple of weeks ago, and that you caught the biggest fish. I just, I just want you to know that didn't go unnoticed. And the truth be told, you probably did.
well, I thought you had set the record. There was a moment when you were on the other side of the lake, and I thought that you had gotten it. Then when y'all sent me the picture, I didn't realize that. The weird thing is, I think it was the first fish I caught that happened to be the biggest. So I didn't realize how big that fish was when I first caught it.
Yeah, it really was. Man, what a great time, though. It was just awesome time. So I really enjoyed it.
Hot.
Beyond hot. And anybody that lives in Central Florida knows what it gets like here. So, hey, on the Ripple case, look, it's an exciting time, right? Everything we're hearing from the community lawyers are that the judge should be ruling any time now or by September is what I'm hearing. And we have a lot of people, coming to the platform and investing in Ripple now or increasing their investments in preparation for the end of the case. I just wonder, and this is just my, speculation. I really don't know how these things play out. I'm not an attorney, but I just wonder if they end up doing a settlement before the judge rules, because if they do a settlement, then they can probably build in that there won't be any appeals, right?
Yeah.
If the judge rules, there could be appeals, but my position on that has actually shifted in the last couple of weeks, because it seems like both political parties now are rallying around crypto because they want our 50 million voters So, maybe the SEC wouldn't appeal, so it's really a touchy, you just don't know how this thing's going to play out.
Well, I can promise you this. I can't imagine, because I know Gary Gensler's gone through his whole career and he's been the hatchet man that they send in. And I can't imagine that he ever thought in a million years that this assignment would be any different than all of his other ones where he never really had any real scrutiny. But this time, it's like he stepped in an ant bed.
Yeah, it's been something. All we can all hope is that it's over soon. There's no more black cloud. Ripple can move on with their business. I mean, we've heard them publicly say that they're going to launch their stablecoin later this year. And I've also seen statements about them entering the tokenization space, which nobody has really done anything with tokenization of digital assets. And it is my opinion that the tokenization of digital assets will be the greatest use case of blockchain that you and I see in our lifetime. And I think it's going to be massive.
Yeah. And the thing that a lot of people don't think about, if you just think in terms of what Tether did for Bitcoin, and it wasn't even built on the Bitcoin ledger because you can't really build anything on Bitcoin. But all of a sudden you've got this digital asset that they can they can tokenize all these things. And when that happens and people are buying those tokens, that liquidity is sure sitting awfully close to the XRP.
Yeah, no, it really is, which is amazing for XRP investors. It's also amazing for people invested in Ripple because, obviously Ripple has, over 40 billion XRP, and they're about to mint a stablecoin, so they're about to create value again, which I think people are missing. I think people understand that, hey, Ripple's going into the stablecoin business, but I don't think what they realize is Ripple's about to create value again and a pathway for revenue growth that, look, the digital asset space is, 14 years old now, with Bitcoin. We have not really seen any digital asset companies out there run a profitable business yet, other than, stable coins, right? Stable coins has been really the best use case so far.
Yeah, Tether was $5.2 billion in profit, I believe, this quarter.
Yeah, it's unreal. I mean, so they mint these stable coins and then they invest them in U.S. treasuries, which, whatever you think about that based on, the fiscal responsibility of the United States government, most people deem it as, safest investment you can make. But, I think it's going to be a huge boost for Ripple's business. So I really think we're going to see really bright days ahead for Ripple. And I just can't wait, because I think once this case is over, all the corridors for money transfers will be able to open up. And I think we'll see a lot more use of XRP and their new stablecoin in money flows. And then they move on to the next thing, which looks like it's tokenization.
And you guys, as of today, you guys do have some Ripple equity on the platform?
We do. We have very little. We haven't been able to obtain any in the last probably 6 to 8 weeks. We do have a little bit right now, and I'm hoping we're going to have more by early next week. So if we run out, we may have more by early next week. Hey, a couple of other things before I run. We do have Cerebras on the platform. Zipline is back. Zipline is a drone delivery company, and they're doing business with Walmart. So if you want to check out Zipline, it's really exciting. I've heard you mention this, and I just want to make a point of it. There are names on the Link2 platform that you and I cannot speak of because of restrictions in NDAs. But I would encourage anyone that hasn't been to Link2 to sign up and look at some of the companies we have on our platform that we can't speak of because they're some of the biggest companies that you hear about every day. And one of the last things I wanted to talk about is John Deaton, man. Is he on a tear or what? He is on it so hard.
He's been working hard.
He's working hard. I mean, it's. I can't wait. I told John recently on the phone. I said, John, I can't wait to answer the phone when you call and say hello, Senator. I mean, I can't wait to do that. But in support of John, I wanted to say to your listeners that, this is not a political statement, by the way. If John was running as an independent, a Democrat, or Republican, it doesn't matter to us. He's a champion not only to the XRP community, but to the digital asset space. And we support him for that. We also support him because he's a friend and he's family here at Link2. But we're going to do a very, very exclusive fundraiser for John on the 15th of August. It's going to take place in Napa Valley.
Oh, wow.
It is a very special experience. It will require a significant donation. So if any members are out there that want to learn about it, I mean, literally it's going to be a very small, intimate setting of probably about 20 people total. But if anyone wants to talk to me about attending, please give me a call or email me at nick@link2.com, and I'll be happy to give you some more of the details. But we definitely want to support John because we know John is going to do great things for the digital asset space.
That sounds interesting. Okay, so it's nick@link2.com, nick@link2.com.
That's it.
All right, we've got it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. And I think that Meta Lawman said it best. There's one surefire way to force a reset of crypto policy in the U.S. Replace Senator Warren with John Deaton on November 5th. The defeat of the queen of anti-crypto policy in the deepest of blue states would send a message that is loud, clear, and unmistakable. The earth would shake if that happens, folks. The earth would shake. If John does that, I am hopping a plane to D.C. I want to come. I just want to sit in John's office and talk to him just for a second, or go buy him a glass of wine. He's probably not a wine guy. He's a military guy. He's probably a beer. No, if I had to guess, he's probably a Jack Daniels guy. But I want to go buy John a drink and just congratulate him. I am definitely hopping a plane to DC if that happens. Guaranteed. Okay, in DAI XRP, guess what we've got? They have isolated some of the video, folks. They've isolated some of the video. And let me tell you what, I think some of these sleuths have really zeroed in on what occurred, folks. That's what I'm going to show you. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button. Tell your friends and family. Here we go.